Hi.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Krystal.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So welcome. Can I take your coat or anything?
No, I hung it up in the back.
Okay, good. Would you like coffee or anything else to drink?
I just had a bunch of good.
Okay, good. So like I said, my name is Krystal, and confidentiality, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble speaking, is a big part of how we do our work as counselors. It's of the utmost importance, and in our agency, we want to let you know that it is a very big part of how we do things, but there are also limits, and if there's any concerns that we are worried about your safety or the safety of others, then that's when we've reached those limits. Do you have any questions about that?
No, I got no questions. What I'm going to tell you isn't going to get me in jail, I don't think. I hope.
Good.
I guess the problem is I got a gambling addiction, and I'm starting to come to terms with it a little bit, but talk about hitting rock bottom, I've hit rock bottom, and I don't know exactly where to go or who to talk to, but I know that I had to take a step forward and see somebody, and so here I am, I guess.
Okay, well, you know what? Let me commend you on coming down, because acknowledging that we have a problem is a huge step, and then coming out to tell someone else, it's really hard, and I just want to, like I said, commend you on doing that. It sounds like you say you've hit rock bottom. Are you going through an especially tough time right now?
Oh yeah, no, things are bad. Bank is going to foreclose on my house because of my gambling. Yeah, it's not good. I know that my wife has no idea. She knows that there's a bit of a problem, and we've had fights about it before, but she doesn't know the extent. I'm just scared because there's people involved that don't even know they're involved, and I can't do it anymore, and I'm just scared like I'm gonna lose everything because of it, and I just don't know what to do.
It sounds to me like you're in a really scary place right now, and I can tell by your body language and everything else that it's a very stressful time for you. You say that some people are involved that don't even know they're involved. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, this has been going on for years, and now it's, I've been borrowing money from people at work, my friends, my family, my wife, and people need to get paid back, and it's like you're hiding it. I just continually hiding it from everybody, and I'm borrowing it from my parents, telling them that it's car trouble, and telling my wife that it's stuff at work that I've had to pay for, or equipment for my business and stuff like that. But it's just I'm tired of the lying. I'm tired of everything else that goes with it, and I'm scared that nobody's going to even listen to me when I tell them what's going on, because it's just all they're going to hear is gambling problem, and everybody's going to shut their door on me, and I don't need that too, because without them I don't know what I'm going to do either. So.
So it sounds like you're ready to kind of take some responsibility and accountability for all the lies that you've been telling over time, and you certainly don't want that to get in the way of all your relationships that support you in your life, right?
Well, that's just it. And I mean, if I don't come clean to everybody, then it's just going to get worse and worse, and it's just like the big elephant in the room. And then if I don't pay the people off at work, and they don't, if they don't understand, I'm going to lose my job, and if I lose my job, well, then everything's sunk. So it's scary, and I don't want my kids to be punished because of my wrongdoings, but it's come to a point now where, just everything's gone. So.
Is there anything, since this has been going on for a while, is there anything that you've tried in the past to kind of deal with this problem?
Well, I've talked to my pastor, and I've talked to some friends, but the friends I talk to are the same guys I play cards with, like it's tough for I mean, they can give you advice. My pastor, he's a great guy, but that's a different type of relationship. I mean, I don't know how the Bible can really help me pay off all these debts, and I mean, it's nothing, no slam against him, it's just that it's a different avenue, and, not avenue, but just it's a problem that I don't think that he can really help me with right now.
Okay, so we know of one option that you've tried and that, didn't work for you, which is good to acknowledge that. You're saying, like when you're telling me that more people are involved that even know, and you say your wife kind of knows, but you're not sure, talking about it as the elephant in the room. What makes you think that your wife isn't aware of the extent?
Oh, I just know by the way that she's still with me, that there's no way that she knows exactly what's going on. I mean, it's one of those non-verbal communicators when I'm talking to her, when we're talking about bills and money, that I know that she knows that there's stuff going on that I'm not being 100% clear on, but it's hard for her to look at a bank account, see money going in and money coming out, and I've got money from my parents coming in to cover some bills, and it's just coming in at erratic times. Like, she knows when my paydays are, and there's an extra $400 shows up on a Thursday when my payday is until next Tuesday. I just know that she doesn't ask, and she's pretty on top of all the numbers, so I think she just is hoping that it's not as bad as it is, but I got news for her.
Well, I mean, with her being your wife and it being such a, she's one of the huge supports in your family emotionally and I suppose financially, and for you to realize that she has a right to know, that's another big step, because I can tell that this is very hard on you, and I can't imagine, I mean, things like this are not easy to deal with, but there are always ways, and I feel like you're kind of at your wit's end with this, and that you're ready to kind of get on a path to fixing things.
Yeah, and I just don't know which way to go, because I know that there's gambling anonymous, but I mean, I have a reputation in this town. I don't want to be known as the gambler, or I don't know. I always look down at those people that need help, but now I'm one of those people that needs help. So, and I know I was toying with the idea of bringing her here, but I didn't want to throw all this on her either. Like, I need to kind of deal with my own demons too, because like I said, she's just going to hear the word gambling and losing house, and then that is it. She'll leave, and I don't blame her, but I just don't know what other avenues to, This gambling anonymous is fine, but I think it's going to have to be in a different town. I'm just glad that this is confidential, because I need some of this, to make a step forward by myself.
And yeah, certainly, I mean, you're wanting to deal with it in a quiet way, and this is perfect for you. Otherwise, I'm hearing that you're worried about your reputation. You don't want this to affect your family and your work and anything like that, and that's understandable. And certainly, it's great that you've thought about the ways in which you possibly should tell your wife. Like you're saying, should I bring her here? Should I, I don't know where to tell her. I think it's great that you've already imagined telling her. Yeah. So that shows that you really want to own this problem and make it better.
I just don't want her to be punished for it. I mean, I've lost so much weight not sleeping, and I don't want her to have this kind of stress, and I don't want my kids to be, to see us fall apart because of it, and it's just, I know I can see changes in myself already, physically damaging because of this, and I worry about what's going to happen to her when she hears about this, because I know she's a real worrier too, so.
So you've seen the health problems that this has caused you.
Yep.
And would you say it's the lying mostly, do you think, that's caused?
Maybe the lying. It's been going on for so long. The lying doesn't bother me. It's the fact that we're not going to have a house. And the fact that now that everything's kind of caught up and snowballed right up, I'm up to my ears and all of it now. And before, when I was single, I could do it on you know, I was only me that was gonna get hurt, but now it's like everybody else is gonna be involved, and it's embarrassing. It's a little bit scary, and that's, you know, I'm not usually scared of anything, but this is real.
So when you've talked about losing your house a couple of times now, is that a for sure thing? Like, have you had a conversation with the bank about what's going on with that?
Well, I've talked to the bank, and it doesn't look